We're just about ready to get things underway here.
No surprise really to see Elton out there jamming for the Mont Royals, considering the fact that he was part of basically a two-jammer rotation in the event earlier today. So we'll see how well his legs hold out for him.
Yeah, each team did have the opportunity to rest at least a few hours, but that could be right around the time that the crane starts rolling in. Elton not showing any signs for wear though, picking up the lead jammer for the Mont Royals. Grandma making his way through the pack as well, right behind him. Quadfathers keeping the pack as fast as possible, trying to control the front. Elton not making his way in, picking up 2 points before falling off the jam. 0-2 right now. Bobby Brady takes a pratfall in front of us.
It was actually pretty graceful. Style points for sure.
It's very Dick Van Dyke, I thought.
Yes.
If there was an autumn in there, it would have been perfect. 0-2 first jam of the day. Mont Royals in the lead. Red Baron heading to the line. Raul Mobile jamming for the Mont Royals. So the Mont Royals continue to utilize that two-jammer rotation so far. Raul Mobile taking the outside line. Red Baron making his way through, and he is headed off. Track cut penalty there from the inside. So Raul Mobile, power jam situation here. But he got sent to the inside by Tomahawk. Sent way back in the pack. Raul trying to grind his way through the pack. Fisher sending him outside again. So far, the Quadfathers handling this power jam situation very well. Not letting Raul Mobile make his way through. Fisher's knocking him outside, but Raul Mobile finally completing his initial pass, getting a lead jammer for the Mont Royals. Raul Mobile trying to complete his first scoring pass, but Fisher's knocking him outside. Raul Mobile still going to get points for each blocking pass, but he's going to have to do it again.
Exactly. It's going to be kind of frustrating to get through the pack, pick up your point, think that you're home free for the next round, only to have to be reabsorbed back into the pack.
You have clear track in front of you, and then you got to do it all over again. Red Baron coming out of the penalty box, completing his initial pass. Quadfathers doing a good job of minimizing the damage here. Mont Royals only getting 5 points so far in their power jam. And that's the end of the jam. Mont Royals going to pick up a few more points there. 11-0 right now. Montreal in the lead. The third familiar jammer for the Mont Royals. Marty Gras headed to the line. He's going to be jamming against Wild Style for the Quadfathers. 27 minutes to go in the first half. Quadfathers rolled up in the front. Mont Royals in the back. There's going to be some out-of-play penalties handed out here as Marty Gras makes his way through, picks up the lead jammer. Wild Style completing his initial pass as well. Number 50's Buddy Ollie making his way to the penalty box, as well as number 71, the Red, who fouled out in the last game. That's the end of the jam. 2 points on the board for the Mont Royals, now for the Quadfathers. 13-0 right now. Montreal in the lead.
Number 0, Elton up there against number 37, Rambo. Mont Royals down 2 blockers to start off this jam. Rambo using that to initiate his out front. He comes up with lead of jammer for the Quadfathers.
No points points there for either team. Still 0-13 in favor of the Mont Royals. 5 minutes into the first half. Red Baron going to be jamming against Ramon Mobile.
Through and lead jam for the Mont Royals, not to be outdone by Red Baron.
That's the end of the jam. No points for either team again so far. A low scoring battle, 13-0. In favor of the Mont Royals. At number 215, Wild Style Jim against number 16, Mardi Gras. That's the whistle, attack is off. Mardi Gras making his way through, picking up lead jam for the Mont Royals. Mont Royals have been doing a good job so far of crowding that jammer line and walling up at the back, forcing the Quadfathers to wall in the front, which allows them to stretch out the pack easier and get their jammer through. Mardi Gras into the pack, trying to pick up some points, calling off the jam. Wild Style jumping through the pack, was not able to pick up any points before the jam was called. However, Mont Royals picking up 2. 15-0 right now. Still very early on in the day. Low scoring bout. Rambo, number 37 for the Quadfathers, jamming against number 0 for the Mont Royals, El Tanat.
Comes out front, lead jammer Quadfathers. Eltonot still in the back, getting knocked down, beat around a little bit. B-Shears, no surprise, landing that hard hit.
Wu sending Eltonot way back into the pack. Way back about 20 feet behind the pack, actually. As Rambo makes his way to the pack. Going to put the Quadfathers on the board here. 4 points. The grand slam for the Quadfathers. Eltonot completing his initial pass. 5-15 now in favor of the Mont Royals. That's the end of the jam. Number 43, Red Baron. Jamming for the Quadfathers, number 17, Ramon Mobile. Jamming for the Mont Royals.
Granted, we're only 8 jams in, but we're seeing the same jammer matchup each time. Each team right now has something to do with pre-jammer rotation.
That's true. Each team locksteps with their jammer rotation. Trying to break it open. Red Baron picking up the lead jammer and Ramon Mobile heading to the penalty box. Power jam situation here for the Quadfathers. Quadfathers going to try and either even the game up or retain the lead here, or take the lead for the first time in the bout. Bobby Brady trying to break up that wall through the front. Red Baron getting hit hard by the Red.
Big Panda trying to bridge out that pack.
Red Baron makes it through, picks up a grand slam for the Quadfathers.
Bobby Brady coming in trying to lay a big hit to knock up that wall of blue.
Red Baron getting grounded home by the ref. Ref going to head to the penalty box on a direction of gameplay penalty for skating clockwise and blocking. You cannot block when you're skating in the opposite direction. You can skate backwards and block, but you cannot skate opposite to the pack. Red Baron getting knocked outside. That's the end of the jam. Tie ball game. Ties in the game. Actually, Quadfathers taking the lead, 18-15 now. Those last 3 points, Red Baron picked up for that pass. So Quadfathers have taken the lead for the first time this bout. 10 minutes in. Number 215, Wild Style at the line. Raul Mobile getting ready to come out of the penalty box, but not out yet. Wild Style getting knocked around by the Royals defense. Picks up the lead chip for the Quadfathers. As Raul Mobile heads in off the bench and completes his initial pass for the Royals. Quadfathers penalty. Wild Style head to the box on track for that power jam situation for the Mont Royals. Raul Mobile left all by himself to score points. Mont Royals going to retake the lead here with a grand slam. 20-18 in favor of the Mont Royals. Spread comes out of the penalty box. Raul Mobile trying to score some more points here. Beesher's trying to hold it back. Beesher's forced to let Raul Mobile go, getting more than 20 feet away from the pack. 5 row points on the board for the Mont Royals, 25-18 for Montreal. Beesher's trying to grind Raul Mobile to a halt, knocking it on the inside and sucking it back into the pack. Clock ticks away from this jam. Beesher's putting a hard hit on Raul Mobile, but Raul Mobile staying on his feet and picking up a grand slam for the Mont Royals. 30-18 now for Montreal. Wild Style out of the box and into the pack. Raul Mobile and Beesher's battling it out once again. With Joe Stever to assist. Beesher's knocking Raul Mobile out of bounds, and that's the end of the jam. (21-34) now. Montreal have taken the lead back from the Quadfathers. Thanks to that power jam situation, 17.5 minutes to go in the first half. Making his way through, picking up lead jam for the Quadfathers. He's jamming against number 16, Mardi Gras for the Mont Royals, who's still not completed his initial pass. Held back by Tomahawk and the Raging Homo, but he completes his initial pass. Rambo battling it out with the Mont Royals blockers. As Mardi Gras makes his way into the pack. Rambo trying to pick up some points here before following up the jam, but not before Mardi Gras picks up 2 points for the Mont Royals. And Rambo picks up, I believe, 3 points for the Quadfathers. 24-37 now. Mont Royals from Montreal still in the lead. Number 0, El Tanat, going to be going against number 43 for the Quadfathers, Red Baron.
Eltonot doing a great job of knocking Red Baron out of bounds right there before the pit line.
Eltonot, a big fan of the hit off the line.
Yep. He squeaks out in front of Red Baron. Once again, knocking Red Baron out. Quadfathers though doing a great job of coming in and knocking Eltonot out himself.
Eltonot. Leading jammer, but both jammers getting pulled back into the pack just as they were getting cleared. Not able to pick up any points. Red Baron gets clear. Royals heading off the penalty box on a back block penalty.
215 wild style out there for the Quadfathers up against number 17, Raul Nabil for the Mont Royals.
Right now, Montreal still in the lead, but it's a 7-point game. Just under 15 minutes to go. Wild style picking up lead jammer for the Quadfathers. Beecher's putting the finishing touches on the Montreal, setting it to the ground. And Beecher's going to head to the penalty box for direction of gameplay penalty. As Wild Style picks up a grand slam for the Quadfathers.
Quadfather penalty box full of blockers right now. The blockers being waved off, getting back into the action, waiting his turn into the box.
Wild Style falls off the jam after picking up a handful of points. 29-37 right now, 8-point game. Montreal is still in the lead.
Number 16, Mardi Gras for the Mont Royals up against number 37, Rambo for the Quadfathers. It looks like Quadfathers have one blocker out there right now. We've got one standing in the box, two sitting.
Bobby Brady waiting to come out of the penalty box in the meantime. Joe Stever out there all alone, the only blocker. Mardi Gras makes his way through, picks up lead jammer for the Mont Royals. As Rambo completes his initial pass for the Quadfathers. Raul Nabil making his way through, picking up 4 points and calling off the jam. 41-29 right now in favor of the Mont Royals. 12 minutes, 52 seconds to go in the first half. Red Baron Jim for the Quadfathers. He's going against Elton. Track cut penalty on Red Baron. Out of the jam situation for the Mont Royals. Red Baron having a little bit of trouble with those track cut penalties recently. Elton knocking down Raging Homo and making his way through the pack. On his way to a grand slam, 5 points for the Mont Royals. 45-29 right now in favor of Montreal. 12 minutes to go in the first half. Elton not getting knocked outside by finishers, but stepping his way back in bounds. Going in between Brandon Schurz and Tom Mont and picking up a second grand slam for the Mont Royals. 51-29 right now in favor of Montreal. Another 5 points. One more grand slam on the board, 56-29. Montreal. And Elton calls down the jam just as Red Baron gets ready to have the penalty box. Quadfathers bench coach Slay West calling the time. He makes his way through completing his initial pass. Raul Nabil picks up 4 points for the Mont Royals and calls off the jam. 29-60, 31-point game with 10 minutes to go in the first half.
Number 16, Mardi Gras out there for the Mont Royals up against 215 Wild Style for the Quadfathers. The Red out there giving Wild Style a hard time trying to pull him back. He's not going to get up against that 2 wall.
hope of staying down, but not able to complete his initial pass as of yet. Number 16, Marty Gras, completing his initial pass as Brandon Schurz heads to the penalty box. Marty Gras juking and ducking his way around Bobby Brady as the pack is very spread out. Wild Salad making it through, clearing his initial pass. 65-29 right now in favor of the Mont Royals. Marty Gras calls off the jam after getting another 4 points. 69-29, 40-point game. 9 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first half. Number 37, Triangle headed to the line. He's going to be taking on number 0, Elton. Montreal with 3 blockers, Quadfathers with 2.
It's going to be rough. Rebel had 2 situations where there were no pack calls and was unable to make it past that wall of Montreal skaters.
Well, when you're in the back, a no pack call is a lot less advantageous than when you're Joe Stever going to be headed to the penalty box for a forearm penalty. It's not as advantageous to have a no pack situation when you're at the back of the pack because the pack can still reform in front of you. So when you're in a situation like that, you want to be at the front of the pack so you can skate by before the pack gets reformed. Looks like Quadfathers adding number 1225 Tomahawk to the jam rotation. He's going to be skating against number 17 Raul Mobile. 73-29 right now in favor of the Mont Royals.
Once again, it looks like we're in a situation where there are 2 Quadfathers in the box, 1 standing, leaving 1 blocker out there all alone.
Lots of penalty woes so far for the Quadfathers. Raul Mobile picking up lead jammer for the Mont Royals. Meanwhile, Tomahawk completing his initial pass to the Quadfathers and forcing Raul Mobile to call off the jam before Tomahawk can score any points.
Number 16, Mardi Gras up against 215 Wild Style.
Mardi Gras making his way through, picking up lead jammer for the Mont Royals as Wild Style tries to complete his initial pass. It's in hard. Up high. A little frustrated as he heads back into the pack. Trying to force or will his way through. Almost makes it, but then gets pulled back into the pack. As Mardi Gras picks up a grand slam for the Mont Royals. Wild Style completing his initial pass. 78-29 right now in favor of the Mont Royals.
Looks like M4 headed to the box for the Mont Royals on a low block.
6 minutes to go in the first half. 81-29 in favor of Montreal. As Grimo and Elton head to the jammer line once again. These 2 faced off many times in this bout.
Quick and easy on the inside line. Rambo is through lead jammer Quadfathers.
Rambo picks up lead jammer as Elton completes his initial pass. Rambo stepping over the inside line, calling off the jam. Both teams getting some points there. 4 points for Granville, 2 points for Elton. 3 points for Elton. This is signaled by the referee. 84-32 right now in favor of the Mont Royals. 4 minutes, 57 seconds to go in the first half. Rolling 2-2-5 tomahawk jammer for the Quadfathers. He's going against number 17, Raul Mobile for the Mont Royals of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Raul Mobile bringing up the lead jam for the Mont Royals. As tomahawk completes his initial pass as well, Quadfathers walling up at the front. Mont Royals walled up in the back. Raul Mobile taking a hard hit, calling off the jam, but not before tomahawk jumps over the inside line. Quadfathers picking up 2 points there. Mont Royals won 85-35 the score with 4 minutes to go in the first half. 50-point game. Mont Royals with a comfortable lead, but not an insurmountable one. Wild style number 215 coming to the line for the Quadfathers. He's jamming against number 16, Mardi Gras, for the Mont Royals.
Wild style getting pushed to the inside hard by Homer Jensen. Backs him back up behind the pivot line. All that time, allowing Mardi Gras to come out the lead, jamming for the Mont Royals.
Looks like got 4 hit into the penalty box. Had an illegal re-entry from the penalty box, so he's going to do another hit. In the sin bin, Bobby Brady hit it there as well, as is Wild Style. So this is a power jam situation here for Montreal. Number 16, Mardi Gras, making his way out. Red Baron picking up a grand slam for the Mont Royals. 90-35 in favor of Montreal. Nice move for Red Baron and behind Mardi Gras getting another grand slam, 95-35, Montreal. Mardi Gras getting...
I was going to say, Quadfathers and Oxenfree giving Marty a hard time out there in front. Marty just decides to call it off.
Quadfathers put a huge hit on Mardi Gras there, putting him down, and he still managed to make his way back to his feet and get 4 more points before calling off the jam. 98-35, Montreal, 2 minutes to go in the first half.
First whistle, makes his way through those 2 blockers out there for the Quadfathers.
Elton making his way around the track, comes barreling into these shoes. As Wild comes in out of the penalty box and engages the pack. 5 more points scored by the Mont Royals as they were starting to get a ton of momentum here.
Wild Style was through on his initial. Elton makes it through for 4 points and calls it off.
Number 37, Granville jamming against number 17, Raul Mobile. 30 seconds to go in this first half. This will be the final jam of the half. 108-35 in favor of Montreal.
Both jammers trying to make their way right through the middle. Raul comes on first, lead jammer from Mont Royal. Granville gets pushed to the inside and back all the way up behind the back of the pack.
Granville way through the pack, completing his initial pass as Raul Mobile heads to the pack to score some points. Picks up 4 calls off the jam. And that's halftime. We'll have an updated score in just a moment. 112 to 135 in favor of the Montreal Mont Royals. Quadfathers 35.
Eat while you work. I do it all the time. And never catch a break at work.
I remember the first time Iron Skate Showdown, I was munching on a burrito for I think it was the Traders Long Island match.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do it, absolutely. And today, that means drinking like 30 bottles of water. Brando picking up the lead chamber for the Quadfathers. Raul Mobile completing his initial pass as well. Raul and Brando battling it out. Raul Mobile forcing Rambo to come off the jam. No points for either team. There's still 112-35 in favor of the Mont Royals.
Buddy Ollie out there for the first time in this bout for the Mont Royals up against 1225 Tomahawk, the Quadfathers.
Tomahawk picking up lead jam, Buddy out right behind him. Red Baron comes to the penalty box for the Quadfathers.
Red Baron gets
penalty there.
Those, I was going to say both teams starting with one blocker, looks like, in the box.
Looks like he sure is going to be jamming for the first time this round against number 0 Elton, jamming for like the 80th time today.
Calls it off, and he picks up, it looks like 2 points.
Number 37, Grandla, jamming against number 17, Raul Mobile, 112-37, Montreal's in the lead. 27.5 minutes to go in the second half. Picking up lead jam from Mont Royals. Rambo completing his initial pass for the Quadfathers. The second half has been much closer so far. Both chambers making it through at around the same time, almost every time. 112-37 remains the score. Montreal in the lead over Central New York. Looks like Wild Styles going to be heading to the penalty box and trying the penalty. Number 1225, Tomahawk jamming is number 0, Elton up. Quadfathers starting down 2 blockers. Mont Royals up there with a full team. Elton makes his way through, picks up the lead jam for the Mont Royals. Making his way around the pack. Tomahawk still trying to complete his initial pass. Getting knocked out of bounds by Tank and sent behind the pack is Tomahawk. Elton, meanwhile, picking up some points. 117-37 in favor of the Mont Royals. As Elton completes another grand slam. 122-37 in favor of the Mont Royals. As Tomahawk still trying to complete his initial pass. Elton picking up a grand slam for the Mont Royals.
Some great respect on there by Viking size. Tomahawk though finally through on his initial pass.
And that's the end of the game. (128-37) Montreal. Number 35, Beechers, jamming for the Quadfathers against number 16, Mardi Gras for the Mont Royals. Beechers makes his way through and picks up the jam for the Quadfathers. Number 27, Peach headed to the penalty box for the Quadfathers. Elbow penalty. As Mardi Gras makes his way around the back and completes his initial pass. Beechers getting 4 points before calling off the jam. 42-127 right now in favor of the Mont Royals.
For the Mont Royals, once again up against number 37, Grambo for the Quadfathers.
Also not going to knock it outside, allowing Grambo to slip through and pick up the jam. Elton getting knocked outside by Tomahawk, but makes his way back in bounds. Grambo getting knocked down by M14. Calls off the jam after picking up 1 point for the Quadfathers.
Number 17, Raul Mobile up there for the Mont Royals up against number 43, Red Baron for the Quadfathers.
22 minutes, 32 seconds to go. 128-43 Montreal. And the jammer's off. Red Baron trying to think inside line, but getting knocked down and sent behind the pack. Raul Mobile completing his initial pass first, getting lead jammer as Brent Schurz gets sent to the penalty box for Quadfathers. Red Baron still trying to complete his initial pass. The Red doing a good job of holding back. Along with Big Panda. Red Baron headed to the penalty box and a tracking penalty. Situational awareness is something that Red Baron needs to work on. Has a lot of track cut issues. Red Baron, a fairly new skater to the Quadfathers, and something that you have to pick up with experience and time, and nothing else will help you out there. Raul Mobile, meanwhile, picking up a grand slam for the Mont Royals as the raging Homo heads to the penalty box. Another grand slam for Raul Mobile. 143-43 right now. Mont Royals in the lead, 21-13 left in the second half. And Raul Mobile sets off track cut penalty forced by number 27 Peach on the Quadfathers. That means Red Baron is going to come in out of the penalty box. Raul Mobile going to serve the exact amount of time that Red Baron served on his trip. Red Baron getting knocked around, but completing his initial pass for the Quadfathers. Ref with a hard hit on Peach. As Red Baron makes his way around, tries to get around him on the outside, but getting knocked out of bounds, and that's the end of the jam. $147.45 right now. It looks like that official timeout was called just to, as an overall review of the gameplay. No official review called by either team. Power jam situation here. Grambo, number 37 for the Quadfathers, starting us off. Nice run up the inside line by Grambo. Quickly picking up lead jammer. Raul Mobile, number 17, coming out of the penalty box and into the pack. Number 6502, Grimlock heading to the penalty box. Grambo picking up a handful of points, calling off the jam. 50 to 147 right now in favor of the Mont Royals. 19 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the second half. Quadfathers jamming number 215, picking up lead jammer. He is jamming against Buddy Ollie, number 50s. Buddy Ollie battling now with Red Baron now. Holding held back by Joe Stever, but making his way through. Wild Style in the meantime, picking up some points from the Quadfathers, completing one scoring pass and calling off the jam. Picking up 4 points, 54 to 147 Montreal.
Number 16, Mardi Gras out there for the Mont Royals, up against number 35, B. Shears for the Quadfathers.
Mardi Gras jamming against number 35. B. Shears, who completes his initial pass, picking up lead jammer for the Quadfathers. Skating out of bounds, penalty for number 66, Big Panther. B. Shears making his way through, picking up a grand slam for the Quadfathers as Mardi Gras still tries to complete his initial pass. B. Shears getting knocked around and makes his way around, picking up another grand slam. As Mardi Gras completes his initial pass after a ton of resistance by the Quadfathers. B. Shears will try and get 4 more points here before calling off the jam, and he does so. 68-147 in favor of the Mont Royals. Time of day. There was just a regular team timeout called by Montreal. Now we're ready to get things going. Raul Mobile taking on number 37, Grambo, for the Quadfathers. 147-68 Montreal, 16 minutes, 47 seconds to go. Raul Mobile, lead jammer, Grambo right behind him. Very fast pack as Raul Mobile tries to score some points, makes his way into the pack, calls off the jam. Looks like both teams picking up 1 point there. 69-148. Montreal. 16 minutes, 12 seconds to go. Wild style jamming for the Quadfathers against number 0, Elton for the Mont Royals.
No surprise, Elton not laying a hard man on wild style, knocking him to the outside.
Wild style wasn't, I don't know if he wasn't ready for it or just Elton not hitting that hard, but he did end up succeeding in knocking wild style down. And he picks up the lead jammer for the Mont Royals. Wild style heading to the penalty box on a track cut penalty. So there's a power jam situation here for Montreal. 148-69 as Elton heads in for his first scoring pass. Elton with some fancy footwork. Red Baron shut him down. Elton barreling over the motorist. And picking up 5 points for the Mont Royals. 153-69 Montreal. Out of play penalty being called on number 35 Bernatier's failure to return from penalty box. And now he's on his way back to the sin bin as Elton picks up another grand slam for the Mont Royals. Elton picking up a couple more points before calling off the jam. 4 more points to be exact. 162-69 in favor of the Mont Royals. 14 minutes, 23 seconds to go in the second half. Jamming for the Quadfathers, 9-1-1 for the Mont Royals. Homer Jensen had a full start time with had a full start, so he skate all the way around the track in front of the finish line.
I feel like we've seen more false starts in this tournament than I probably have the entire season.
They've all been for Montreal so far as well. I don't know if that's just a strategy they learned to try and crowd the line, or if they're just not being aware of where they're starting at. It is strange because I haven't seen any either this whole season. We've seen 4 or 5 today from Montreal. Big Panda Blue 666 for the Mont Royals. Headed to the penalty box on a high block penalty. Wild style on the track, completing his initial pass as Raul Mobile starts to pick up some points on his scoring pass and calls off the jam. 176-69, 12 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the second half.
Buddy Ollie out there once again for the Mont Royals up against 1225 Tomahawk for the Quadfathers. Quadfathers look to be down 2 blockers at this point. Mont Royals down 1. Looks like Tomahawk is out in front of the Jammer Quadfathers.
Looks like a little bit of trash talk going back and forth between the Quadfathers and the Mont Royals. So there's some action after the whistle there. 176-69 Montreal, 11 minutes and 28 seconds to go.
Unfortunately for them, Elton not out there before the whistle blew. He gets returned to his bench.
This is
it's a power jam of a different color right now.
This is a super power jam right now. No jammer allowed on the track as the Mont Royals did not field the jammer before the 30 seconds was over in between the jams. So Bobby Brady out there jamming for the first time with absolutely no opposition. And this one's going to go almost certainly the full 2 minutes here. As he doesn't have to worry for his opponent coming out of the penalty box. There is no opponent effectively right now for him to jam against. It's almost unfortunate that it wasn't one of the stronger Quadfather jammers out in a situation like this. But Bobby Brady's still doing a very good job. Looks like number 37 Rainbow coming out of the penalty box. Bobby Brady calling out the jam. Bobby Brady doing a good job, but decided to call the jam early as he was starting to get fatigued. Penalty there. Mont Royals with the jammer out there. Number 0 Elton Mont jamming against number 35 B-Shures. B-Shures making his way through, picking up the champ for the Quadfathers. 176 to 82 Montreal right now. 9 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the second half. Wild Style sending Elton off flying with a beautiful hip shot. As B-Shures picks up a grand slam for the Quadfathers. Boxing free running interference here, trying to let Brandon Shures through, but number M4 Tank doing a good job of holding him back. And that's the end of the jam. Eight minutes, 43 seconds to go in the second half. 176 to 91 Montreal.
Number 17, Raul Mobile out there from Mont Royal against 37, Rambo for the Quadfathers.
Quadfathers lining up at the back of the pack. Mont Royal's up in the front. Rambo trying to make his way around the wall of blue. Does so and picks up the chamber for the Quadfathers. Red battling out. Red Baron headed to the penalty box for the Quadfathers as Rambo makes his way to the back. And he's headed off on a track cut penalty. So power jam situation here for the Mont Royals. And this jam is going to go the full 2 minutes as there is no lead jammer. Raul Mobile completing his first scoring pass, picking up a grand slam for the Mont Royals.
And if you saw Montreal's first bout of the day, you'd realize that Raul Mobile in particular having a much different game than he did the first time around. I don't know if it's gotten used to the floor or just kind of like settled into his day, but it's definitely been less penalties this second bout of the day for him.
And much less penalties all around for Montreal in general. Unfortunately, cannot say the same about the Quadfathers. Power jam situation here for Montreal. 191 to 91 in favor of the Mont Royals. Mobile heading into the pack, another storm pass. Getting knocked to the outside by Red Baron. And Red Baron headed to the penalty box again. I believe that was the direction of gateway penalty. Rambo coming out of the penalty box, picking up a couple points before calling off the jam. Timeout being called by the clock. And number 35, B. Schurz is going to be sitting in his place as a pivot, as Red Baron was wearing the pivot cover before he went to the penalty box. So somebody else has to serve his 1 minute outside. And tomahawk jam for the Quadfathers being sent to the penalty box on a trap cut penalty. As number 16, Mardi Gras tries to spin move his way through the pack, but being held back by Wild Style. Mardi Gras breaking through, picking up knee jammer, 200 to 95 right now in favor of the Mont Royals. 5 minutes, 43 seconds to go in the second half. Wild Style putting the shoulder into Mardi Gras, but Mardi Gras staying on his feet and getting a grand slam for the Mont Royals, 205-95 Montreal. Mardi Gras with his second scoring pass, making his way around Bobby Brady, picking up another 5 points. 210 to 95 Montreal. And it looks like number 50's Buddy Ollie headed to the penalty box. As Mardi Gras picks up another grand slam for the Mont Royals, 2:15-95 Montreal, 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Bobby Brady headed to the penalty box for the Quadfathers now. As Mardi Gras gets another 5 points, 220-95 Montreal. Tomahawk out of the penalty box. As Mardi Gras makes his way around Wild Style with another 5 points. 225-95, and that's the end of the jam. 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the second half. Eltonon headed to the jammer line for Montreal. B. Schurz headed to the jammer line for Central New York. Eltonon making his way through, picking up lead at jammer for the Mont Royals as B. Schurz completes his initial pass. B. Schurz and Eltonon battling it out. Eltonon knocking B. Schurz to the inside. Some jammer-on-jammer action here. As Eltonon gets slammed into by Bobby Brady and stays on his feet. Sorry, there's the raging homo with that block. Eltonon just burning out the clock here, not even trying to get any points, just holding back B. Schurz.
Eltonon doing a great job. He gets reabsorbed back into the pack and then somehow finds his way up front once again, just to wreak havoc with B. Schurz.
B. Schurz goes flying over. 50s Buddy Ollie for Montreal. Getting sent to the penalty box on a low block penalty is Buddy Ollie as B. Schurz makes his way through the pack. Eltonon getting drawn back in as B. Schurz can try and pick up some points here. But not before Eltonon calls off the jam. 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the second half. 227-95 Montreal. Everybody looking very tired out there, skating their second down of the day.
Grambo doing a great job of pushing Raul out and then backing him up, back into turn 3.
Grambo jamming against Raul Mobile. Knocking him out and then going back in the back, making his way through, picking up lead change for the Quadfathers. 1 minute 26 seconds to go in the second half. May be the final jam of the bout. We shall see Rambo with a nice step on the inside line as he picks up 5 points for the Quadfathers, a grand slam, and knocks Raul Reveal to the outside, getting a little space on him to try and pick up some more points here before calling off the jam. Rambo making his way inside, calling off the jam. Blue M4 Tank headed to the penalty box for a major blocking out of bounds penalty. So there are no major minor penalties in order, maybe just a blocking out of bounds penalty there. 2:27 to 100 Montreal, 45 seconds left to go. We'll have time for one final jam here. Bobby Brady jamming for the Quadfathers, Vince Elton off for the Montreals. Bobby Brady making his way through, picking up a new jammer for the Quadfathers. Elton getting knocked out hard by Joe Stever. But Elton not getting back on his feet. Joe Stever looks confused as he has the penalty box. Forearm penalties getting called on. And that's the end of the jam. We'll have an updated score and an official word on the end of the bout as well. That's the final whistle. 2:27 to 104. Montreal Mont Royals win this bout and will move on to the 5th place bout against the winner of